Hello everyone, it's me, McMiner, and welcome back to another reaction video. Today's reaction video, we are going to be reacting to another Minecraft ARG. It is not the Verity one by that mob because part 3 isn't out just yet. But for the time being, I'm going to react to this new Minecraft ARG video that Ondrae the Great released, and it is 40 minutes long, so I'm not going to waste that much time. I did look, and there are so many timestamps in this one, and like I said before, this Minecraft ARG channel is heavily underrated. I definitely recommend it for any other reactors that are potentially watching this video. So, yeah. Anyways, we are not going to waste any more time. This video is called The World Hiding a Dead God, which I wonder what that could mean. And for some reason, the first thing that I thought of when I saw the title, like, as in Dead God, was the Geometry Dash level Dead God Cult, which I did make a video on since it's one of the mythic rated levels in the game. In fact, there are only 6 mythic rated levels in Geometry Dash that I still need to make videos about. But anyways, I'm getting too off topic. Let's just go ahead and hit play and see how this Minecraft ARG video by Ondrae goes. So here we go. Some flashing lights and maybe some secrets. Okay, so maybe if you have epilepsy, consider turning away from this video. Oh, the Edda Karnas music even.
There's something down there.
Because this is the exact song used in Edda Karnas, which was one of the Geometry Dash event levels.
Nothing is worth this. Delete the world and pray.
Delete the world and pray. The mystery of the unspoken archives. Ooh, that's an interesting title for this story. Yeah, that whole intro reminded me of Edda Karnas.
Something would be uploaded to YouTube, unlike anything I've ever
Ooh,
seen.
May 13th.
That's the video you're looking at right now.
2026. That was fairly recent.
Not this video in particular. It's a channel that uploaded it that's strange. Special Grade Panda. At a glance, it seems completely normal, but that's at a glance. The first 2 uploads are truly nothing noteworthy. They're just normal videos. They both start on the home screen like all the other videos, and in his saved worlds we see only 2. A creative world and a survival world that these videos take place in. Based on the last play dates, we can also see
I'm more of a creative person than a survival person, honestly. I do have my own survival. I am making my own survival world. I've made a few episodes showcasing it on the My Creation Showcases series. But most of the worlds I make are inspired by Minecraft maps that popular MMOs played.
But in his third video,
my gosh, I miss popular MMOs so much. I will sometimes heck, even today, I'll sometimes binge watch a bunch of his older videos with Gaming with Jen. Who else remembers popular MMOs and Gaming with Jen? Let me know down in the comments.
to go play the world called Unspoken Archives, but there's a
The
cut
archives.
where you can see what's inside. But
You probably should have created the backup.
Like he said, the version listed is 1.21.11, which didn't release until
1.21
December 9th,
of
2025.
2025,
And the
yeah.
videos were supposedly recorded in January of 2025.
Oh,
The
wow.
date listed on the world is even weirder. In the year section, it lists 96, which I assume would be 1996, unless the world came from the future. But
I was gonna say,
really,
unless it came from
neither actually
2096.
makes sense. We'll have
Yeah.
to get back to that later. when we get some more information.
Minecraft
Once the
went
video
into the
comes back from
mainstream
cut, the
in
world is
2011.
presumably deleted by Panda.
So that
And
can't
he
be
goes back to
possible.
playing survival. But he acts off. He takes a bunch of long pauses when moving, and doesn't mention anything about the world aside from one line 3 minutes after joining.
That world's weird.
That's it. Nothing else. A bit after this, he goes into a cave to light it up with torches a bit excessively, only to not mine anything and then leave. After that, he goes back to the village and just says,
What now?
after that, he goes exploring, still saying nothing, until he sees a dark pool of water. He runs away and then says,
I don't want to live by water.
Multiple minutes later, at a different village, he follows up
Yeah,
by saying,
I'm personally not that. Unless I'm going to bed,
presumably
I'm
talking
personally
about
not a fan
For
of.
some reason,
Alright, sorry,
ever
it,
since
cu-
the
it
cut in
cut
this
because an
video,
ad
Panda
played.
has been acting
I'm
afraid
personally
of the
not that
dark,
big of a fan
whether
of
reward
dark.
or case.
Yeah,
But
afraid
he
of the
never
dark.
elaborates as to why.
Unless I'm going to
His
bed,
next
I'm
recording
personally not a
is
fan
even
of
less
dark and
confusing.
closed spaces
It's much
myself.
shorter than the other three.
Like pitch
And
black
right off the bat,
spaces.
it's weird. Somehow the world he deleted in the last video is back, and based on the date listed,
Especially
he's been
considering.
playing it, despite the
Especially
strange
considering I remember
effects it's
one
had.
time.
He joins the
At
survival
one
world
time
where we see that his
where I
lead
had
significant
trouble
progress,
falling
tools,
asleep because of
more
one
levels,
video
and
from
some stuff set up
a
and clearing
series that a
left off at
YouTuber
in the
named
last video.
Urban Spook did.
This
That series is very graphic. I do not recommend it. If you're, I do not recommend it, especially for the faint of heart.
Inside, he shows us that it's lit up. A lot. Outside is the same. There are tons of torches placed around. Far more than he would need to prevent mob spawns. So whatever was wrong with him before isn't gone. In fact, it seems to have gotten worse. After that, he gets in a boat and gives us a look at the build from far away. But it's strange, to say the least. It appears to be a bust of a person upside down. But the face is very unsettling. Panda
What is
says,
that? That does not look natural.
I got away. If you see this, you need to
Yeah.
run. Better yet, cast aside your ideals of heroism. They are not worth dying for. Every expedition has failed to reach the final objective. Do not delude yourself into thinking you are the chosen one. Having the opportunity to try means you are already dead.
Oh yeah, I
Then
forgot to
shows us
mention
the
this, but
sculpture and
May
says,
13th, that's only like
But I'm not
5 days after
Afterwards,
the Acid
upon
Gauntlet and
playing
Geometry
the
Dash
video,
came out.
What now?
I kind of
No
forgot to
other
mention
videos on
that.
the channel, and no information to work off to possibly find anything.
So yeah,
on
this was
list.
fairly
So,
recent.
Is that it? Well, yeah. But just because this channel doesn't have anything, doesn't mean there isn't any information elsewhere. Panda speaks in his final video about some kind of expedition, objectives,
The ultimate
an opportunity
final
to try,
objective.
ideals of heroism. What any of it means,
Yeah, there's
don't
gotta
know.
be more clues
There's also
to
stuff we can
that.
work
There's
on
gotta be
to see
clues
if
that
there
lead
are
to
any
more
other people like
videos.
it. I tried looking up a lot of stuff that he talked about or seeing if he had any alt accounts,
Objective.
but I couldn't really find much and he doesn't have any alts. However, I did find one thing. Searching for the name of the
Oh.
world, Unspoken Archives, led me to the most terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Oh,
Reddit. Specifically, a Reddit community with the same name as the
Markiplier.
world.
During that,
It features a lot of
Markiplier from that
cryptic
one jump
language,
scare from FNAF
as well as a
4.
lot of people asking
That's
about the
such
world
a funny
showing up in
moment,
the
too.
save folder out of nowhere, with the same date we saw in Panda's video. Most of these posts are talking about how there's something down there, or how our fates are sealed, and we need to forget. So, what's going on? What's causing people to say these things? What does it mean? And most importantly, why? Well, there's
Yeah,
one
those
post
are
that stands out in the
questions that
list,
should
titled Expedition
be
Report
answered.
Information. The post itself says, Expedition Report Information, updated per expedition, log information below. Below are two links, but both are encrypted with a Visionaire cipher, which is a type of cipher that requires a specific set of text to unlock, often referred to as a key. And brute forcing this key is essentially impossible.
I think
That's
this
not to
method
say I
was
didn't
used for.
try, but as expected, it wasn't helpful. But I found in the replies
I think this method was used for another ARG that Andre the Great.
and inside is a Google Doc.
Oh, it's a Google Doc.
Expedition 10 report.
Objectives 4
It's almost
7
entirely
failed.
blank, saying objectives 4 out of 10. Failed. Panda
Okay,
also
4 out of
says something
7,
about
yeah.
objective, saying that every expedition has failed to reach the final one. However, what these objectives are or where these expeditions are going is hard to say. But the footer of the page is what's most interesting here,
Oh.
as it says log
QA JJHNZ.
JJHNZ, which I assume is the key to the cipher. If we take this back to the
Okay.
two encoded links, it works on them both. The first link is the doc we just saw, but the second link leads to a document called
another Google
Expedition
Doc.
11 Recovered Footage, containing information
More
about
footage, yep.
Expedition 11, saying that it's descending soon and that the members are named Simon and Ken.
Simon and
Alongside
Ken.
that information is footage of the expedition, where we
Ooh.
can finally see into the unknown.
Yeah, I knew there was gonna be something to lead to more videos. I was like, that
The
cannot be
footage
it.
starts pretty normal, but the POV we're seeing is
And
some
objectives
strange items in the
0
top
out of
we've
8.
never seen, as well as an objective counter on the top left corner of the screen. What these
Yeah.
objectives are is
0 out of 8.
But Panda said that nobody
It's probably
reached
gonna be
the
made
final
clear
one.
very soon, though.
Shortly after starting the recording, they see a large pillar in the distance with something wedged into the middle of it, and they begin to walk towards it. As they get closer, it appears that the
could that
structure
be?
is a monolith with a skull placed in the
I was
middle.
gonna say.
After they get to the base of the pillar,
I was
they
gonna
find
say
out
it
that
looks
the
like
person
there's.
reported
It looks like a
inside.
skull that's
So
been
this person must
impaled
be
by
Ken,
something.
and they do a check of all of their gear. First, they have a radar, used to detect nearby entities. A light that lights stuff up, big surprise, but also brightens the screen when selected. Replenish that gives them air and water, a descent tool that gives them slow fall, and a stack of blocks. According to Ken, all of their gear works, and so they proceed.
Seems like
They then
something you'd
walk
see in a
to an
mod.
opening on the monolith and stand still.
Loading terrain. Why'd it come here all?
Upon being
Oh,
teleported,
there was the
objective
laugh
is
sound
complete.
effect from
So it
one
seems
of the
that
other
these
videos.
objectives are just used to track their progress.
But yeah, objectives
The place they
1
find
out of 8 now.
themselves in
One
is
of their
a granite
objectives was
plateau
complete.
full of cracks and covered with
Why
fog.
though?
There doesn't appear to be anything around. Though after Simon releases a burst of light, we can see that there's a large wall
is
in the
that?
distance, which they approach.
Oh.
Upon reaching it, it appears to be the same skull that was inside the monolith that took them here. But
Oh.
other than this, there's nothing, save for endless flat terrain stretching in all
There's
directions.
no entrances
They
to
search
it
around
either.
but don't find anything. However, they notice that the skull is facing a specific direction, and they go
Oh.
where it's looking, which leads
Oh,
them to
whoa.
a crevice that has a large door at the bottom,
Oh, bright for
and they make their
video.
way down with slow fall. On the other side of the massive doorway is a tunnel ending in fog, but after a quick flash, we can see that it appears to end in a drop-off, and they make their way towards it.
Almost looks like crimson.
The terrain and block choice is strange. It's
Looks like
constantly
crimson.
in the tube, and its coloration is almost
Yeah, it's
flashy,
a bunch
almost
of
like
netherrack
tunnel.
and crimson
At
materials.
the end of the tunnel is
a bunch of
drop-off
netherrack and
that
crimson
leads to what
stems.
appears to be water. And while Simon is quite apprehensive to go in, Ken is a bit less so. Simon
Oh my
flashes
God.
the water below, but there's a strange green ball moving around. However,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that this is just Ken.
Yeah,
When
oh
Simon
yeah,
used the
probably.
flash outside the monolith when checking his gear, we saw the same green ball on top of Ken. So I'm assuming that this is here so they can easily see each other from far away. After seeing that Ken is fine,
Wee. Okay, they're underwater now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The replenish causes their water meter to go back up. Their air meter to go back up. Oh gosh. What are they gonna find? Oh, there was the... Oh. Was that a face? That looked like a face.
Simon makes his way to the wall, jutting with stone spikes.
Please keep talking.
But there's nothing there. At least.
But yeah, these
nothing
silences from
visible.
Andre
It
really,
follows Ken to a
they
hole,
really,
and they swim into it.
they really
They
keep
go to
me
a large cavern with two
on the edge of my
copper doors.
seat.
They explore the cavern but don't find anything, and then activate some copper bolts near the aforementioned doors, which completes the
Oh.
objective.
Was that said in the actual video, or is that audio something that Andre edited in? Because those chat messages in the previous Andre Gray video I watched,
Before you are two terminals.
those were edited in by Andre.
One of these terminals will give correct results when given an inquiry.
Okay.
The other will always convert the correct result.
In,
You may only
what do you mean by invert?
The correct terminal store will lead you deeper. Do not enter the other.
Oh.
Good luck.
Now I'm curious as to what both doors consist of.
So this appears
I wanna
to be
see
some
what
kind
both
of
doors
one tells truth,
consist
the
of
other
now.
tells lies games. However, Simon and Ken are given two questions as opposed to the typical one. But what can
Oh.
they say to this terminal to know for sure that he's telling the truth or not? Their situation doesn't allow for many.
Type in English. Inquiry result true.
Well, that was easy. But it seems that the door doesn't open until both questions are asked, even if they already know that this door is the right one. So Simon states,
We are
Personally, I feel like I didn't need to ask this to know that they're alone, given what we've seen.
Yeah.
Regardless, the door
Saw the face in the water.
Objective. It leads them down, floating all the way into another massive
Oh,
cavern.
3 out of 8.
At first,
Wait, what was the
it appears
second
to
one
be
that they
innocent,
achieved?
But as they reach
Because the
crest
third
of
one was
nearby
clearly
hill,
opening the door.
they see lights in the distance.
What was the first and second ones?
And, oh, good lord. They split up, of course. Anyways.
Why would you
makes his
split
way to
up?
what appears to be a house, and Ken makes his way towards 2 small lights in the distance.
Yeah, the number 1 rule of horror movies. Don't split up. Yeah, the number 1 rule in horror movies, never split up. It's another one of those. It's another one of those. Oh, is that?
You're probably wondering
Is that
what this
go to a
is,
Google
and
Doc?
also,
Another Google Doc?
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
We'll start with this terminal entry text, as it appears to be a link.
Yeah, it looks like
At
the
least part of a link. As on its
yeah, the
own,
link
it
to a
doesn't
Google
work.
Doc.
But I've seen this before, and you may have as well. It's the random part of a Google Drive link. All we have to do is take this
Okay,
and
it's a
put
Google
it in
Drive
between
link.
different parts to find where it leads to. There are 2 links in total. The one Simon found, and the other one presumably being from Ken. Simon's link leads to terminal entry 019, a folder containing a
19.
short video. Take a look.
Takes place in real life. Ooh, ooh.
Well, not entirely, given that I'm recording this, but I think I figured out how it works.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the people who make these the people who actually make these ARGs are so creative. They're so creative.
When I succeed. It could be tonight or in 80 years. So then why isn't everything fixed right now, right? Why wait? Well, my theory right now is that reality can only be affected after my genesis, but the metaphysical can be altered starting at my birth, which would explain why I'm alive, but not done. Or alternatively, is because if my work were done, I want to be trying to achieve my genesis, and I want to finish the work. It's all very confusing, but
Yeah, what you're saying is very confusing. I'm like, what?
That all sounded very strange, almost cult-like, talking about reaching his genesis.
Cult-like?
altering the metaphysical. But before we make assumptions, let's listen to the second video found in the folder Ken unlocked. Perhaps it has some context to this video that we didn't hear.
Yeah. What is this? Looks like an 8-bit game.
When may I speak?
You are but a child. Voice is for the strong.
What a strength. The willingness to slaughter a village of people with no remorse?
Sounds like those. Yeah, these sound like those analog horror voices.
Chances cannot
Especially the ones that you can hear in what was it? The Mandela catalog.
Foolish priest. All that exists within our
Man, Mandela catalog is such a cool analog horror series. Mandela catalog and Vita Carnus.
the chaos and the man who won't see
My 2 favorite analog horror series at the moment.
a pact. Less effective, but he does not persist.
Evil in the name of justice?
Foolish child, you speak of morality, but do not forget you spread lies to those below you to save yourself.
Okay.
This video doesn't really clear much up about the first one, but it still retains a
No.
similar vibe and tone.
It does.
It's kind of like a cult, spreading lies, dealing with
I mentioned this before the
priests,
reaction, but
killing
like Dead
entire
God
villages of
Cult,
people.
as in the
Classic
Geometry Dash
cult
Mythic
activities.
rated level.
Now, you might be asking, why is this down? And I'm asking that too.
I'm sorry.
I tried searching for some keywords like Genesis on the subreddit, but I couldn't find anything. But this world is having severe effects on people who play it for some reason,
Yeah.
and this must be part of it. But it seems that it's
Yeah,
impossible
that
to
face
know
in the
for
water
sure what this
feels
is
like it's an
about.
optical
For now, at
illusion.
least. It's highly likely that the answers lie further down, and the reason
Yeah.
nobody has them yet is because nobody has made it back. So let's keep watching. Simon checks around using his radar to see if he can detect whatever was setting it off before, but to no avail. It seems that it was either an error or whatever was causing it is no longer here. But when he walks outside,
I was thinking it was
lights
the
that Ken went
I was
to
thinking it was the
investigate are gone.
terminal that
He's not
you
responding
used.
to chat.
5 out of 8. What was... Wait.
Report.
Oh, is he gone? He's dead, isn't he? Yeah, seriously. How do people find the time to make these? You scared the freak out of me by doing that.
What's wrong?
What happened? Why didn't you respond?
When I opened the terminal, the lights went out. My comms also broke. I'm not sure why.
Is everything operational?
Since you found me, yes.
Did you see anything? Anyone?
No, but I found this.
Oh, a book and quill. What does it say?
A door within a door may also be found in the floor.
Oh.
Anything else?
The podium I found that on had a plaque that said the second
Second
judge,
judge?
but nothing more.
Okay, we continue then.
After this, they
Okay.
continue exploring as usual.
I got scared for a second, thinking something was there with them.
Terminal is strange.
After the
It's
quick
not like it's
beeping
one
of the
those
radar.
Shortly after moving back up, they stumble upon what appears to be a massive skeleton. And then,
I found something!
What did you find? Another radar?
Is this ours?
No.
It's
Oh.
not from an exhibition.
Oh, the radar isn't even theirs. I was mad confused for a second.
Standing around will help.
Right.
they then find a large door in the wall. At first, it seems to be impossible to pass.
Oh, is it
at least without
that one
breaking,
king? I
but
forgot the name of that
Simon
one
notices
king
these
from
suspicious
the
trapdoors,
from
behind
the
which
Searching for a
appear
World
to be
that doesn't
blocks,
exist.
but are actually display entities, which are basically just ghost
All I
blocks
remember
with
is that that king
It
is a
could be that the
cognito
book Ken
hazard.
found was referencing this when it said a door within a door. If it is, Simon's quite smart for figuring it out.
It
that
also
way.
be found within the
But
floor, yeah.
within the floor part is still a bit strange. After
Maybe
that,
look around the
they
floor.
wander down another large tunnel system that ends in what appears to be a set of teeth. But before going up to them, Simon says,
Stop.
he then proceeds to build a big wall, presumably out of paranoia due to the various things he's been seeing. After that, they continue. Upon reaching the teeth at the end of the tunnel, they find yet another drop-off. At the bottom is a place unlike the other locations we've seen so far. This one has a lot of lights and actual structures, rather than the cave-like tunnels and caverns we've been seeing so far.
What is that?
At the bottom of the drop-off is a bridge surrounded by statues. They're all distinct. Each has
These
a
statues look really
color,
cool.
pose, and overall carving. But who are these people? Are
Yeah.
they even people at all, or are they just random builds? Simon and Ken eventually reach the end of this bridge and it splits off into two different paths, at which point they decide to once again split
Oh
up.
gosh. Again. Again.
Right. Where do we meet?
Anywhere.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. What the frick was the radar?
Did you see that? Well, obviously
did-
you did. You're blind. But did you catch exactly what happened? The
No.
radar went crazy for a split.
Yeah, the radar went
When we
crazy.
follow the path the dot appears to have taken, it seems that something came speeding out of the hallway in front of Simon and went directly behind him before moving too far away for the radar to detect. But what?
Like, it's something invisible, probably.
We've seen something following him and causing strange occurrences.
Yeah,
But
like
they never
the
seem to be
creature in the
achieving
water.
anything or pushing any
I
discernible
know I keep
goal.
mentioning the creature in the
So if
water,
he
but
is
it's
being
true.
followed, then what's the goal of the thing following him? And is it the same thing Panda warned us about, or something else entirely? Only time will tell, I suppose, but perhaps this follower left something at the end of the hallway when it left. Upon turning the corner, Simon finds himself in what appears to be some kind of museum. The far walls are covered in paintings,
Oh,
and there are
whoa.
statues lining the inner walls. But most
There are
notably,
several things that I
there are
think
four
of
chiseled
whenever I
bookshelves
see a
on the back
museum.
wall. Simon notices this and begins searching every single book, presumably hoping to find some clues or
Yeah, the
information.
first is Night at the
He does end up
Museum,
finding
and
one
then the
book
second
in
is a
full,
PBS
but
Kids
all it
show.
says is,
Don't ask me
"You
how,
know, my
with the word
eyeballs
museum in the
free."
title.
Other than
I'll leave
that,
it to you all to
every
figure
other
out what
book
that
is just
show
a
is.
regular item that can't be read. After that, he begins to explore the area. in
Don't
search
ask
of
me
anything
why.
that might lead to an exit.
What are these paintings, though? Okay, those ones are normal. Are those ones actually a part of the game? Especially the one on the
Despite
right?
how unnerving this painting looks,
I was gonna say,
seems rather
the one on the left looks
and
normal, the
instead
one
just
that
follows
one
his
does not.
perspective to look for hidden rooms behind it. He actually goes out and does this to every single painting that he finds. But who is this? I don't know about you, but I've never seen this painting before. It's just
Yeah,
not
I don't think
a normal
that's
painting.
I don't think that's a
So why
painting
here?
in vanilla
Almost all of the
Minecraft.
other paintings in this building are normal, aside
Yeah.
from these four. They're all unique, and yet
Oh.
who they are or why they're here is kind of just a mystery. Something I noticed though, the person in this painting as well as this painting both appear to be wearing monk robes, which is in line
Is it
with the
the-
cult-like theme we've
the
been seeing from the
24?
entries. Another thing are the large statues
24
that
video?
are just outside this room. They all bear resemblance to the smaller statues found in this museum section. This statue is of a top hat, which one of the larger statues was wearing. There's a statue of a hand with a symbol, which can be found in one of the paintings near a character that looks similar to one of the larger statues.
Ooh, whoa.
There's a small statue of a knight with a sword, and a big statue of the same thing. The only
Bigger
ones that
version,
aren't
yeah.
very clearly connected are these two. A small statue of a sphere, and a big statue of just a man. It's not exactly clear how or why.
Those
but
might be
it seems
connected,
that each of these
and
statues
those might be
and
connected to
paintings
something
all
later
need
down
to
the
depict
line.
the same four things, except for this painting. This one has no resemblance
Yeah,
to
what
any
could
of the
that
smaller
painting mean?
statues. And when Simon checks it,
Oh no. It's gonna be. It is a secret room. Oh, why? Oh, it's another one of those. It's another one. Yeah, it's another one of those terminal entries.
activating this, just like the last two, completes an objective. It leads to
And it's
another
another
Google
link.
Drive folder named after the terminal number. In this
Excuse
folder
me.
is a single video, like the last two. Take a
26. Oh, it's the whispering voice that can be found in Mandela Catalog. Oh, the eye even. Oh, the eye. Ugh.
This sounds cult-like, as before.
It does.
But it also mentions someone we've heard about. A priest. And this priest can supposedly save Raymond. It seems almost like the world itself is afflicting everyone.
That must be what that painting is referring to, then.
Saved from. But what? And why has no other expedition here ever figured that out? Well, every terminal they find keeps giving us a little bit more information. Perhaps we just need to wait until they find more. So let's continue. After finding the terminal, he leaves to go and explore, as he still doesn't know how to
Wait,
get past this
when they
room,
press the
assuming it's not
terminals,
dead.
is
None
that
of
the
other
objectives
paintings
is
have
pressing the
anything behind
terminals?
them, but there is one more non-vanilla one at the end of this hallway. At
Oh
this
yeah,
point,
that one.
Simon
Looks like a
realizes
knight.
something.
Yeah, it does look
A
like a
door
knight.
within a door may also be found within the floor.
Or,
Even now, my eye lies upon your freedom.
ooh. Ho ho ho. Yes, that kind of looks like the knight from, I forgot the name of the player from the previous Ondrae video, which I made a reaction to.
Part of this book means. And I suppose the second book, My Eye Lies Upon Your Freedom, was talking about
I'll look at it after I'm
as
done
the
with the video. I'm
person
trying to
in it
remember.
appears to be
But...
looking at the floor, directly towards the fake block. Upon
Oh,
entering this room, Simon presses a button on the lamp, which does this.
Elevator online. Begin descent.
oh, it's an elevator?
After that, he for some reason starts typing a command in chat.
What is the command?
But he doesn't send it.
Okay.
He just deletes it. It appears to
He-
be
he
something
probably
related to the
control
expedition
X'd
ending,
it.
but he only types Ken's username, not his own. Why he did this, I'm not really sure. But so far,
Yeah, he
he's been
probably
acting
control
very
X
calculated.
the
So he
command,
clearly has something in
so he
mind.
can paste it
After
into
that, he waits for the elevator to finish
the-
moving, and
like,
then
into
exits
the hotbar.
another tunnel, where he finds Ken emerging from an identical elevator.
Elevator offline. Destination access granted.
He finds Ken. Okay, okay.
Report. No objective. Anticipated. Everything
Okay.
operational?
what it can find, though.
Let's proceed.
They return to their exploration and emerge out of the tunnel to see moonlight for the first time since the recording started.
This looks like a
Although
regular
there's a
cave,
hole in
yeah.
the roof illuminating some areas,
Oh,
it's still incredibly dark.
what are those spikes?
There are large bone-like protrusions all across the
I
cavern.
was gonna say, those... What are those blue... Yeah, what are those blue spikes? How would you know that, though?
Eventually, they stumble upon a terminal. However,
Another
unlike the
terminal?
previous ones they found, this one is green and doesn't
Oh.
complete an objective.
Is
when
it
activated.
oxidized?
Instead, it seems to be a terminal left behind by a
Yeah, it's
previous
oxidized.
expedition. Specifically, it says Expedition 6, and the audio file it plays says this.
Log 6, access granted. Running log. Log underscore exit.wc.
Underscore exit dot wave.
Expedition 6.
Oh, this audio is not edited. Ooh.
We are hurting and losing it. I'm not sure how much longer I can last. Matthew is already mostly.
Who's that?
I'm trying to keep him. We know he can't be saved, but we failed. We couldn't complete the final objective.
Which is?
Just accept fate. Trying to stop the inevitable only makes it worse.
Log data location.
This link
Oh, it's
just
another
is a
link.
folder containing the same audio we just heard. After
Okay.
hearing it, Simon and Ken have a conversation.
Should we turn back?
No, they made it this far. We were called to take it further. Do you still believe that?
I don't know.
Yeah, what is the final objective, though?
Seeing this seems to have disturbed Ken. The gravity of the fact that he may end up just like Expedition 6 weighing on his consciousness.
Ooh.
But Simon is determined to keep moving forward. And so
He's one determined boy.
they eventually find what looks like a terminal. But rather than
Another
a
one?
button, it has a lever. And
A
when
lever?
activated,
Oh.
instead of a link, it shines a light on a distant gap in the wall that isn't very visible otherwise. It also completes an objective. There's
Oh, another
one
objective, yeah.
left. The final objective. Simon turns the light back off.
Yeah, I'm curious as to what the final objective is now that that guy said in log 6 that they couldn't complete it. I'm curious as to what it is.
Why did nobody know? What is this thing stopping them? Why is it keeping them away?
So yeah, the objectives must be the terminals, like pressing the terminals.
Although I cannot see it yet. The answers like located. Wait, did you ever see anyone following us? Or strange sounds?
Oh yeah,
I've noticed some oddities.
So have I. But they
yeah.
seem
The
to
main
stop.
one that I noticed again
You don't
is
like that?
the thing in the water.
Glad, but why? Did we escape or stray too far?
I don't know. Does it make a difference?
And then yeah, the radar.
That will only keep us
The radar before the museum.
What's down there?
I don't know.
Ooh,
Take a look.
must be something
I'll keep
terrible.
watch.
You're just gonna.
I'll keep watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say you throwing your buddy under the bus like that.
You know I can't do that.
They're both scared to
Can't
do
know
it.
what's down there.
Oh, they're both scared. Ooh. Oh. Shine the light, and bro's face was the thing in the water. Yeah, he's control Ving it. Oh my gosh. Wait though. Oh wait, you know, it was a green terminal. Oh.
What just happened?
Yeah.
When
What did just
Ken got
happen?
the light, there was something in the brightness.
It was of the thing in the water, yeah.
Whenever Ken got hit with light, there was a green orb on his person to indicate his location from a distance and his identity close up. But now, he's gone. Replaced by whatever this is. I have reason to believe that this entity is the one that has been following them. But when did it get to Ken? Well, the first time we saw it was when they were underwater. It was just a bunch of noises, and eventually got caught by Simon in a flash.
Making a bunch of
There's a lot
unused
of
Minecraft
visible here,
noises.
but if we line up each image, it's a clear match. But
Yeah.
what is this? And why is it doing what it's doing? Well,
Almost looks like
to
a
figure that
frog.
out, let's analyze what it's been doing so far. First, we see it stalking the group in the water. Then what I assume is this entity was showing up on Simon's radar, and was presumably the reasons why the lights that Ken went to explore went out and why he lost his communications. It could also have placed this radar that Ken found. The only other time we see anything strange happen before we see it on Ken is when Simon's radar goes crazy near the hallway. So, based on this, it's running around on the radar? I mean, surely there's more to it, right? And
There
you'd be right.
has to be.
If we assume that Ken is no longer the one talking after this entity got to him, that means that everything said after that point was actually the entity speaking to Simon. But when did Ken get taken over? Well, it must have been when they split up in the church. As every point after that, Simon was right next to him and would have noticed if something happened. If that's the case,
That
the
had
radar
to have been
flashing
the
after they
case,
split
yeah.
up was likely the entity darting over to Ken, and everything he did after that point was actually the entity. If that's true, then for the past 10 minutes, Simon has been talking to something.
To whatever this entity is.
Pretending to be his ally. Only during the final conversation does the mask slip. And the entity says,
You know I can't do that. We can't know what's down there.
that was
Yeah.
his goal, preventing Simon from reaching the final objective, as Panda warned.
Yep.
But Simon knew. So many things Simon was doing were inexplicable, but it turns out he was just 2 steps ahead. This explains why he preemptively types out Ken's boot command. He wasn't deleting it, he was copying it. It explains why
That's
he built the
exactly what I
why he
thought.
asked if they were alone.
That is exactly
He
what I
even
thought. He
intentionally
control
went out of
X'd
his way to avoid
the
flashing
command.
Ken with light to make sure that
So he can
entity
paste it
didn't
in
know
later.
He knew. Anyone else in this situation would have probably been doomed, but he managed to get away.
But yeah, that was smart.
What happens to this entity after Ken leaves, I don't know. But Simon
probably
doesn't
gonna take over
hesitate to run
Simon's
away
body.
as fast as possible. And it seems the entity doesn't follow, or simply can't go down the hole like it said. He jumped straight off the cliff they were near, but at the bottom, there's nothing aside from silent darkness and a blackened pool of water. He frantically wanders around, constantly checking if he's being
Oh,
followed.
more red.
But for once, it seems he is truly alone. He makes his way
Yeah.
down his cavern, and the color slowly shifts away from pitch black to a reddish, fleshy
To
texture.
a more
Almost
reddish
like the tunnel
texture.
that first entered to get here. Not long
Yeah,
after
using
that,
red
he
nether
enters
brick
into
and
the
a bunch of
tunnel.
crimson materials. What is the chasm? Oh. What the... This looks like a vein of some sort. Almost looks like blood vessels. Either blood vessels or nerves. Or strands of nerves. The light. Is this the final objective? Is this the final objective?
You've returned. So,
Wait a
you were
minute.
successful.
Wait.
I presume you're here to stand above. Show me my heroes.
Is Simon the green guy from that one video, the 24 video?
I did not decide it, and yet I place myself above it. We all did, and so is some, even you. Now, an amalgamation of seems marvelous. Well, you ought to be aware of this, not.
Oh.
Whose voice is this? It's not one you've heard before, and it's addressing Simon as if it knows him, and he's talking as if he's been here before.
Yeah, I feel like Simon was
Is
supposed
it?
to represent the
I didn't
green
see
guy
any
from the
mention of
24
coming
video.
before the expedition, but the final objective still isn't complete.
Yeah.
After seeing this light, Simon stumbles backwards and finds a crevice in the wall leading to another room. As he walks in, it gets darker, but once he emerges from the other side, he finds himself in a void, illuminated by beams of moonlight pouring in from gaps in the ceiling, bathing a large winding stone path in his luminance, and sees fallen statues along the way. Each of these statues resemble one from the church. However, they're completely devoid of any unique coloration. Beyond them is a large statue, and as Simon approaches, it appears to be the same one-eyed skull we've seen twice.
Is that the final objective? Because there's another terminal.
Was a single terminal. The final objective.
8 out of 8.
It's
So yeah,
been
pressing
30 years since I saw that blinding light. Since I reached my hands to the stars and wondered why I could not grasp them. 30 years since the end began.
Since the end began.
I'm sorry for what I have done to you,
Oh.
to so many,
Oh.
but
That's the mob
die
zero.
with conviction,
Oh, that's the...
knowing that I die with you.
This almost
For
feels
these
like...
chains to fall,
Ugh.
every link must crumble. Even my own. The weight of these sins bear down upon
This
us
almost
all.
feels like it's Andre's
But this
final
cross,
video.
I will bear alone. I have seen all at once.
Oh yeah, the
all
knight
that
I'm thinking...
is,
That's right, the knight I'm thinking of
and
from
all
the
that
previous
will
video,
be.
his name was Silent Omega.
Yet,
That's right.
even still,
Anyways.
I cannot cast aside.
Yeah, that
the
painting did look like Silent
insignificance.
Omega.
But now, the work is done. Isn't that right, priest?
Dang. This really did feel like it was building up. It felt like it was building up for, like that final part, like after the final objective was pressed. It almost felt like it was recapping a bunch of Ondrae the Great's more popular videos, which almost seems like something you'd do for a final video. Which Ondrae, if you do end up watching this, please confirm or deny if this is your final video, because, like I said before, I really, really enjoy your Minecraft ARG videos, and you are criminally underrated as a Minecraft ARG YouTuber. So, yeah. Anyways, that is going to do it for this reaction video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and ringing the bell for updates on new videos, and I will see you all in my next video. See ya, guys!